Well, come on inside and get yourself something cool to drink.
And let me just put my phone down. Ain't no more news coming.
Hey, Bachi.
BOCHLONBARDI, man. Appreciate y'all for tapping in with me. Love y'all. 2 pieces. Shouts out to Bleach Report and the Bleach Report app. What's all these papers, baby? I don't need to be seeing that. That's the Illuminati paper. That's the draft Illuminati paper. Look at that. Shouts out to Bleach Report. Everybody here at the Bleach Report app. Appreciate y'all for supporting and tapping in. Y'all be sure to download it and tell a friend to download it. If you got multiple phones, please do your thing and download it on all of your devices there. They probably gonna have a TV attachment soon, so y'all just keep your eyes on all the things that Bleach Report got coming. I'm Voch Lombardi. Y'all can follow me here on Bleach Report. I'll probably be on the NFL tab, NFL draft tab, and the Cowboys tab. I pop up on all those, so I appreciate y'all for being here. Shake my hand. Got a little Cowboy news today, and this Cowboy news just by way of the time of year that we're looking at it, or the time of the offseason that we're looking at it, it basically turns itself into draft news. Now, of course, when you acquire a play, well, let me just get the news out the way. The Cowboys have signed free agent guard, offensive lineman, interior offensive lineman Saahdiq Charles. Okay, he's a former LSU player, played offensive line. I'll give you a breakdown later. So what I was saying was, yeah, man, when you off season, this time of year, what tends to happen is, when you sign a player, the very next thing you need to do is see how it affects your draft situation and your roster build, right? Why is that important? Because the Cowboys not going to spend no money in free agency at all. And look, when I say not going to spend no money at all, I don't mean the $38 that they're spending on, some guys here or there, some of the bottom of the barrel free agency shopping, right? They're going to spend their league minimum here, their $38 there. Spo Track Cowboys. They're going to spend that money. But like in terms of spending money on any truly usable player that's going to help you in like real life football situations, no, sir, ma'am. The Cowboys not going to do that. The Cowboys typically don't go and find a whole bunch of starters. Like, this is who the Cowboys are. Y'all ready? Y'all listening? Dante Fowler is the biggest offseason acquisition for the Cowboys. The biggest. For the Washington Football Wizards, who last year made it to the NFC Championship, Dante Fowler was just one of many acquisitions. Then you draft, trade for Marshawn Lattimore, you know what I'm saying? Like, you trade for other different moves. Like Bobby Wagner's a part of that mix too, as well. You just load up the roster best you can, and the guys that hang on, they help you. And the guys that fall off, well, they just fall off. But at least you're making this effort to move towards something. The Cowboys won't do that. The Cowboys know that they need help at wide receiver. They need help at corner. They need help linebacker. Honestly, I mean, they're really banking on Overshown to come back healthy. I don't think it's fair to bank on him to just come back and be ready for you. And they're also banking on running back and wide receiver. And I don't know if I said those already, but I'm just saying them again. The problem with them not addressing those and needing those is that they're not going to go into this situation saying, like we've heard them Lions say to us before, yeah, man, we if we could play a game today, boy, we are ready to go. The Cowboys really feel that way. They really feel like Jalen Tolbert is a guy that can line up and play some meaningful football for you right now. It's a lie. I mean,
it's false.
It's a lie. I mean, he'll be fine, but he ain't really going to move the needle like that. So all these draft picks mean something. So the more players that you can bring in off-season free agency that are going to play somewhat of a role for you is very important, because the more players that you bring in, the more units that you get to check off that list. Offensive line, corners, D-line, you just check those off the list. And when you check those off the list, you get to go into the draft, not have to worry about that unit or that group or those, players, whatever, right? This is the problem. Not even a problem. It's just the thing that we're dealing with today. The Cowboys have signed Saahdiq Charles, offensive line. You would think that that means that drafting offensive line is off the table. It is not. So let's talk about it for a minute. Let me type in our lads, Cowboys, so I can get this daggum depth chart pulled up. He's not on the depth chart already. Yeah, there he is. He's right down the depth chart. Cool. And you know what? I like that about our lads. Let me tell you what our lads will do. I'll just pull it up for you. Let me just show you what our lads will do. If our lads don't know where to put a player, let me zoom in for you. Who are these people? Let me zoom in for you. Right there. If our lads doesn't know where to place a player, they'll just put them all the way at the end. You know what I'm saying? So they don't know what to do with Charles right now, so they're just going to put him at the back of the left guard. I think that's a prime example of what we should be expecting from Saahdiq Charles in the first place. Now, this is what upset me a little bit. I don't mind them addressing right guard to some extent, just in case we go into this draft and we walk out without a right guard. I understand. I would just rather the guard have a little more skin in the game, and I'm gonna explain all that in a second. What do I mean by that? Well, Will Hernandez is a player that's started and played in this league for a little bit. He played for the Giants, but the Giants are terrible. Will Hernandez went to the Arizona Cardinals. He had a much better situation over there, so he played better. It'll also help that the offensive coordinator coach, Clayton Adams, for Arizona, is the damn offense coordinator, O-line coach for us right now. So it almost makes a little bit too much sense to bring Will Hernandez up in here. And just to be fair, ladies and gentlemen, Saahdiq Charles signed for $38. So that don't mean that Will Hernandez won't be here. It just means that so far it doesn't look to be the case. Now, instead of signing a player that has some sort of establishment in the game, some sort of footing, and look, when I say in the game, I mean recently, you know what I'm saying? We're looking at a player in Saahdiq Charles who's quit football before. He's retired football, like he's left. And I actually did some Googling. I had to look it up and figure out, like, why did he retire? Like, why did he leave? You know? And some people retire for a lot of reasons, man. You know, they got a family situation they got to deal with. They go through a little mental health scare. They body break down. There's a lot of reasons to quit football. You know why Saahdiq Charles quit football? He said he didn't want to play no more. So, ladies and gentlemen, I just think this is fair. This may or may not be right because I ain't got all the answers, but I at least think this is fair. I have a certain phrase over on my YouTube channel. You should go follow me, Voch Lombardi, VOCHLOMBARDI. I'm trying to get to 100,000 subs if y'all don't mind. This is what I have to say about players that retire because they just don't want to play football no more. And those players just magically come back to the league. You know what I say about them cats? The rent must be due.
Did you hear what I said?
That's what I say about all them cats. Hey, man, that rent must be due. Hey, man, you Michael Gallup. Hey, man, that rent due, dog. Hey, you know what I mean? You know, I understand football could be tiresome. But if you love it, you keep playing it. And the moment you don't love it no more, you stop playing it. Now, we all miss football. I miss football. I miss football. But when I was done playing it, I was done playing it. Now, it's different here. In the National Football League, right? It's different here. There's a lot of work that goes into it. A lot of grind and dedication that goes into it. And you will overcome all that grind and dedication if you love football and you want to play it. But if you one day didn't want to play football and you daydreamed about all that hard work and that grind and that dedication, it's only one thing that can make you overcome that. Rent due. So no disrespect to Saahdiq Charles. I think, he had some good film at LSU. I'll give you the player breakdown in a little bit. He was a cool player at LSU. But right now, I cannot help but to look at him like he's rent due guy. Like he, that money got a little low. You need to pay some bills. That baby private school. That damn invoice thing came through. And he said, damn, dog, let me see if I can get a quick meal this year. Million this year and just do something like that. You know what I'm saying? That's what I think about Saahdiq Charles. Now, if you go watch it, it's his Washington Football Wizard film. I didn't go back and watch his Titans film. Pardon me. But if you watch his Washington Football Wizard film, I think it's on par with what he was doing back in LSU. I believe Saahdiq Charles was on that line with he was on that team with what was it, Cushenberry? And the Joe Burrow and them squad. I think he was on that championship squad. I could be wrong. But just watching film on him, I remember him being a strong, heavy-handed body mover that kind of had weird technique and weird movement. You know what I'm saying? He was like a Molly, weird moving, weird technique kind of guy. You know what I mean? He was kind of one of them when I was watching him. Which is fine. There's a world for those guys, but I at least like the Molly body moving kind of guy. I appreciate the mauling, strong body moving kind of guy. Now, if this new offensive system is going to call for us outside zone blocking and reach blocking, hey, I got questions. But at least based on the last film I saw, I know he's moving people. How dedicated to the hustle will he be? Hey, man, we'll see. But I'm just gathering information and I'm presenting it to you as I know it. All right. Now, where does he fit in all of this nonsense? Where does Saahdiq Charles fit in all this nonsense? Well, he's a guard. And if we just keep it a buck, I don't think he's a guard that's going to stop you from drafting a guard. Or at least he shouldn't. You could draft a guard and he'll be better than all the guards in that room right now. That's just how I feel. You ain't got to listen to me. Let me pull up our lads again, just so I can get all the names right. Because that other free agent that we signed, the dude whose name I don't remember, that I'm probably not even gonna make an attempt to remember because he might not make the team at all. That dude, the ex-Dolphin player. What is his name? Robert Jones. Yeah. Here's what the Dallas Cowboys interior offensive line, specifically guard, left and right guard. Here's what it looks like or sounds like. I don't even want to mention Tyler Smith's name in this group of rapscallion hooligans. So I'm gonna leave his name out of this. Robert Jones, Saahdiq Charles, Brock Hoffman, TJ Bass, Nathan Thomas. Austin Richards on a weird day will come out here and play some damn guard. He'll do it. I think tackles in his future for the most part, so we just leave his name out of there too, though. Dakota Shepley could play sometimes, and there's a lot of people that want to put BB at guard, but I think it's all been but confirmed that BB is going to be at center, which is fine for me, which is cool, perfect. Brock Hoffman, TJ Bass, Nathan Thomas, Saahdiq Charles, Robert Jones. If you want to break a couple pool sticks in half and let them all fight to the death to see who the starter's going to be, cool. But I think at the end of the day, you'll be settling. You'll be settling for whoever ends up being your right guard. And boy, the fall from grace that it'll be going from Zach Martin to any one of the five children I just named. They're grown men, but you understand what I'm saying. I'm old. I talk about them because they're young. You know what I'm saying? it'll be such a fall from grace, but it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? But I don't think any of those guys move the needle enough. But this is the problem. The problem is I have such a disconnect from the Cowboys and how they do things. Because once upon a time, I would have faith that the Cowboys could look at this offensive line situation and that they'll go, damn, dog, we got a bunch of bodies here at guard. Either one of them can. It is a Russian roulette game. It's a game of Russian roulette whether these characters gonna make the team or not. It's a we shooting dice and it's a game of craps in the bathroom whether these guys are gonna make the team or get cut or not. But the Cowboys' way is that they're gonna rely on one of them. I just gave you 5 names. Either one of those names wouldn't even probably be starting on another NFL team. Saahdiq did, but his rent due. I don't know if he been lifting weights. I don't know what's going on with him. It's a 1-year deal. He ain't guaranteed nothing here. Maybe it's just a roll of the dice. He worked out with the Cowboys last week. They say he looked good enough. Fine. Cause look, when the rent due, I work hard too. When the rent due, man, when we get to the 25th, boy, videos start coming out. Don't y'all notice that? Y'all know some videos come out a little more towards the end of the month. We hit hard when the rent due. So I can understand Saahdiq Charles, who does have starting experience. And look, Brock Hoffman got starting experience. TJ Bass got starting. I think the Cowboys would happily rely on either one of those gentlemen. And my problem with that is I think if you're the Tennessee Titans, in which he came from them, so that's not even like the Jacksonville Jaguars, right? If you're I think the Jaguars got a couple starters. They wouldn't even play them. They wouldn't play these guys out. If you're the New York Giants, who the Giants got playing guard right now? Let me see something real quick. I just want to confirm this. Let me just run over to our last real fast. I'm gonna use the Giants as an example, but the Giants might have 2 guards. I don't know, man. Let me see. They got John Runyon and Greg Van Rutten. Hell yeah, they'll use some. So look, if this was the Giants, right, the guards that we have would be fantastic for the Giants. The Giants are throwing a party if they got the guards that we have. But we're not trying to be the Giants. We're trying to beat the Eagles. We're trying to beat the 49ers. We're trying to beat the Packers. We're trying to beat the Washington Football Wizards. That's the difference. All those teams got dudes on their D lines. I just don't want to be the character that's rolling up in some championship game, NFC championship game, playoff game, whatever. Because we're not trying to be a regular team. We're not rebuilding, man. We in this short window. That got 4 more years. We're in this short window where we're trying to win a bowl for real. And these offensive linemen may be enough to win you some games and be the Giants. But can they beat the best of the best of the best? That's why I'm drafting the right guard anyway. I don't know when I'm going to do it. I just can't put my faith in these cats that are presented in front of us. But the problem is, Cowboys will. The Cowboys will love them. The Cowboys will love them. The Cowboys put their arms around them. The Cowboys let them kiss their sister. They love them to pieces. Come on up here. Come on up here, Saahdiq Charles. Come on up here. Boy, they've been trying to get, look, the Cowboys been trying to get Brock Hoffman to start for a long time. The scouting department just won't let that stuff fly because I'm on Bleacher Report. They just won't let that stuff fly. But it's all good, though. Hey man, the draft in a couple of weeks. The draft's in a couple of weeks, and we'll have our answer for sure. And we may not know it on Thursday. We may not know our answer on Thursday, but boy, by the time we get to Saturday, Sunday, we'll have all the answers, ain't we? I'll be here to break it down, everything for you, man. So whenever it happens, whenever we make a move, I'll be right here to give you my thoughts, and we either gonna smile together, we're gonna cuss the Cowboys out as a collective. Love y'all to pieces, man. Y'all be sure to follow me at Voch Lombardi on all platforms, specifically YouTube and Twitter. We're trying to get paid over there. And be sure to download the Bleach Report app. Tell a friend to download the app and follow me on the Cowboys, NFL, and NFL draft tabs. I love y'all. Two pieces. Y'all hold down until next time. Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 6 p.m. Central is when I go live here. Draft is not too long. Let me see. I had to pull it up for a reason. 15 days away. I love y'all to pieces, man. I'll catch y'all soon. Salute.